Hello everyone and welcome to LEGO Burst. My name is MJ and today I'm going to be looking at some of my favourite transparent elements. However, I didn't want to ruin what they were in the thumbnail, so none of those ones are actually my favourite. So we'll look at some of my other favourites in a second, but there's actually two here. So first of all, there's this element, the Blacktron shield kind of panel thing. This is a very old element. I think it's from the either the very early 90s or the late 80s, when I was just a wee little child, man-child baby boy. I'm 29 now, by the way, as I film this. Yeah, this is from Blacktron. It was a great space theme. It was like, the colour scheme was literally like this. It was black and white and green, or this see-through kind of lime toxic green. I think that the logo is incredibly bold and it's very iconic and it looks great. It's a very good logo design in my opinion. And this particular piece, it's huge and you don't really get, I mean, this is certainly one of the larger or largest Lego pieces, I would say, certainly at least in length. And it's just got a unique shape. It is a panel and it's, you know, it's for such, I don't know, just unique purposes. The things that you can build with it are obviously pretty limited, but it does give you a very cool and just a kind of unusual shape that would be more difficult to achieve in Lego. And I never actually owned the set that this came in, which I will put on screen now. So I actually bought these from Bricklink a couple of years ago, so I bought all three. They were listed, I believe, as being new. I don't believe they were used, and I don't recall exactly how much they were, but I'm extremely happy that I've got this piece. I just haven't actually used them yet. Next up is the lightning element. So, lightning element, really like it. It's a dual moulded, multicoloured transparent piece, and of course it's got a little rod there that minifigures can hold on to. Yeah, massive fan of this element. I just love the two tones. I think they're two very good shades of blue. And when minifigures hold on to them, it looks really cool, and it's just a very good mould, and I love it. Very action-packed element. Next up is a fairly new piece. This is from, well, actually I think it's only been in one set. It's in the Lego Movie kind of glue set where you get the police people, the parents of bad cop and whatnot. And yeah, I have to say, it's not the most useful piece ever. Don't really know what you would use it for other than kind of as a base for a minifigure. Things like putting Zane on it would look like he's kind of got like an ice hoverboard or like an ice puddle or some such underneath him. But I just like it. I like the shape of it. It's very smooth, and of course it is clear. Next up is these collection of elements. This is probably more about the colour than the actual pieces themselves. But first of all, this is a piece that we don't really get in transparent, so it was really cool to get that. I think all of these did actually come in the Green Lantern airplane set. This colour green, I absolutely love it. It's not quite as yellow as the other kind of toxic-y yellow green transparent that you can get. This is a very bold neon deep green, and I love the way it looks. I love the way that the light catches it on the side to give it a slightly more opaque look. And these are just several elements that just look superb in the colour. They really do. Love the way the light catches them. And then this one gets a special mention because I really love actual studded bricks that are transparent. Not only do they look really cool and they're very useful, like I'm sure this would be a useful element because you could do lots of things with it, but you also actually get to see the kind of details on the mould that you wouldn't normally see if it were fully opaque. So you see all these ridges down here, and I think that is really, really cool. Next up is one of the crystal elements. I love every colour that this element comes in, so particularly from Power Miners, how it came in loads of different colours, that was really cool. I just think it's a very highly detailed piece. Again, this is one that is probably not particularly useful because it has certainly a finite number of uses that you can come up with. It is what it is. It is a crystal. This one is a red crystal. But for example, one thing you could use it for would be kryptonite. There is a number of different colour kryptonites in the DC comic universe. I think the red one, I think it has like mind control properties or something like that. I'm sure if I've said that wrong, you'll correct me in the comments below. But yeah, just a very visually appealing element. And last but by no means least is the fire element. I don't see how I could do a favourite transparent pieces video without talking about the fire element. it is just fantastic. This is the older one with the 2 little pegs on. I do like the new one as well, with the little kind of ridge instead of the pegs. It's just such a great element. I mean, fire is something that you will always need, and of course you can do a great trick with this element, which is this. They do actually interlink at the... oh, that's fallen out, that's embarrassing. Bloopers. Right, they do actually link on the kind of by the peg and in the holes, so you can actually create very organic looking fire if you do that. And of course fire is such a required element in Lego. You have got different fire pieces like this one, but because they are so large, for me it's not a great element. It doesn't look, it looks quite cartoony, whereas this one at least looks like Lego, but because of its size it means you can do slightly more organic things like that. And of course they fit in different places as well. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what your favourite transparent pieces are, and subscribe for more videos.